Hi, friends. I am Marsh Merriweather, the host of Straight Talk in Room 503, and I'm here to talk about the messy truth of what's going on in public education and other things that are going on in my hometown as well as your hometown. And you hear me say that each week, and I'm going to let you know that what I'm saying is real. I'm also the author of Enough is Enough. Public education has spiraled out of control. Get you a copy. Go to Amazon. Go to Books A Million. Go with Barnes and Noble. Or you can see the author and get a copy of it. You need to know what's going on in public education. If you're not informed, then that's the reason that the powers that be know that you'll fall for anything, and the beat goes on. But anyway, call a friend, text a friend, tweet a friend, snapshot a friend, Facebook a friend. Tell them that Professor Merriweather is back in class for another session, and you need to be informed. So go and turn it on now because class is about to begin. Students, you may be seated. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, when you hear me say each week, what's going on in my hometown is going on in your hometown. It's the same game. So the title of this session, ladies and gentlemen, let me find my note here. I want to make sure that I give you the title here. I apologize I had to leave the screen, but just bear with me. I just got so much information I want to depart with you. The title of this session would be Takeout. The same dish, but just different servers. That's what's happening in public education. They serving us the same dish across this nation of ours, but they just keep changing the servers. But if the servers are changing and the meat of the issues and what's going on in public education is not changing, then we're just changing servers. That's all we got going on. So you join me this week. We're going to talk about takeout, what we're taking out of the kitchen this week. Same dish, different servers. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard me say before, it's going on in your hometown just like it's going on in my hometown. And if your people are lackadaisical, just sitting back, let Mr. Charlie do whatever he want to, you don't want to rock the boat because you're afraid that you may not get no offering in your tray when election time coming. We got our faith-based community people, some of them excited because this is election year. Some of our people are excited because there will be dollars coming down from the politician to get the vote out. Talk to your congregation. Make sure we get back in office. We may do something for you. We don't know, but hey, look, Pastor, you want me to grease your palm? I can take care of you. All of that kind of old mess is going on. Now, that's not going on in all of the faith-based community churches, but that crap is still going on in some of our churches. I know what I'm talking about. Call me, I'll give you some names. But right now, I'm going to try to cover for the faith-based community people right now. But ladies and gentlemen, in Baltimore, Maryland, at Frederick Douglass High School, the students went to school last Friday, and they had no heat in the building. They dismissed school after the temperature got down to 44 degrees. They're not doing no investment in their school just like they're not doing here in my hometown of Madison County. I don't know where the money is going. I brought up that issue with one of the principals this week. Where is the money if the money were allocated for these buildings? Why in the hell are these buildings crumbling, falling in, leaking and going on? We've been spending mega bucks on AC units and spending mega bucks on the roof. Now, is anybody mad at it? I see all these new pretty brand new trucks that people of color is not taking home with them. Where are these trucks going every day? What's going on here? They tried to cover up with me. Oh, Mr. Merriweather, you would think that quite a bit of money is being spent, allocated in the school budget for that, but it's not. But yet this year we're talking about spending $150 million for new schools and renovation. Promised in 2020 that we're going to be saving millions of dollars. Where's the money? Where's the meat? As the old lady said, where is the meat? Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. They're not any investment. I keep telling you, this is takeout session. We got the same dish. We just got different servers. And some of you all, sadly to say, you tipping some of the servers, and they don't deserve it. Where is the money? Show me the beef. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to pause right now. I got this from a dear friend of mine that said, you know, you're doing a good job and trying to keep our people informed of what's going on in the community, what our so-called leaders are doing. And you reaching out. Professor Merriweather, you're reaching out. And I'm just delighted. She said this in the dollar store. I'm just delighted to see that you're running for school board. And who else could be any more qualified than you? And you out there, you and Reverend Baxter, you attending all of the sessions. I noticed you on TV Monday at the work session. And I said, well, I'll also be at the school board meeting this Thursday night, the time of this telecast. I got to finish it up, Class Moses. I got to head to the school board meeting. I'm going to tell you some of the crap that's going on. But ladies and gentlemen, our faith-based community, our civil rights organization, our clubs and sororities, they're not coming out. But they're having galas and everything, but they don't send representatives. Our civil rights organization should certainly have the education committee liaison, should be in all of the meetings, so that when they have the meeting this week, I believe it's this week or next week, that there can be a report what's going on in public education. It's the same thing going on in your hometown. Surely you're not that dumb. You ought to have some education that you ought to know what's going on as well. You shouldn't have to sit around and wait on Professor Merriweather to inform you. But some of you have to be informed. But you're so intelligent, you won't even give me a comment. We appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate you and Reverend Baxter every week. We got families. We like to be home with our family, just like you. Sitting down watching TV, hee-haw and laughing and going on your cell phone and everything. We like to do some of that ourselves. But we can't because we got to fight for the children. So we're fighting for the children. And then in our community, I don't need no awards and recognition. I'm looking for my crown and glory. But ladies and gentlemen, I find it very difficult. I asked Reverend Baxter, are you getting any awards? He said, no. What about you? I said, hell no. They going to people, Man of the Year, Teacher of the Year, outstanding contribution, helping in the community. What's more important than the children? Are you crazy? What's going on? So I don't want no award. Not your awards. I want God's award. I just want you to start being informed. Start showing up at meetings. Get involved. Help me out when I start my trials at the end of this month. I'm already getting names on my petition. Those in the District 6, which is Dr. Joe May's position in my hometown. Position 2. You ought to be there and calling. Professor Merriweather, you need me to sign your petition. Let me speak. Let me have it. I can get some names. I ain't hearing nothing. I got to get my own names out there. And I'm fighting for your children. I don't have no children in public education. I'm out here fighting for your cubs and your poo-poo and Ray and them. I'm out here fighting for you. And you don't have the decency when you see me to even speak. I say, hey, look, I appreciate what you're doing. But yet, you all up in the mayor's face, in the county mayor's face, in attorneys and lawyers and judges. How you judge so-and-so? And he locking up your black kids. And what's going on? Hey, how you doing, Judge? Are you crazy? Have you got to go be crazy all your life? Can't you be intelligent? You got some education. Can't you stand up and be recognized? Can't you be a man about business? What does your wife say about you in the home? You don't never go nowhere. See you creeping out, and you know what I mean, creeping. But yet, don't see you going to no meetings. Your daughter don't ever see you doing no things. Not even seeing you on your knees praying. My daughter did that. See me all of the time. I'm on my knees praying. My students at my school, they know where they can find me on Sunday morning and Wednesday night. They could see me praying. I didn't have no problem with praising God with my hand in the air, with my head bowed. I wanted them to know there is a Father up above who's looking down at you. But what about you? What are you doing? When are you going to quit playing these games? Oh, this is takeout. Same dish, different servers. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stay busy. But this is what she said to me in the dollar store. She said, Professor Merriweather, I can tell at times that you get upset. This is what she said. Let me slow it down. And I wrote it down as soon as I got to the car. You have to stop getting upset. This is what she said. You got to stop getting upset when people don't support you. I said, ma'am. She said, listen to me, Professor Merriweather. I listen to you every week. You listen to me today. You stop getting upset when people don't support you, because half of them don't support themselves. And boy, lights went off in my head. I said, that make a whole lot of sense. Let me see if I got this. Quit getting upset, Professor Merriweather. Quit getting upset, Professor Baxter, because they don't support you and him out there in those schools and going on. But ladies and gentlemen, here to tell you, half of them don't even support themselves. A lot of them not even supporting their family. Come on now, let's get real. This class is straight talk. Let's take out. Get you a plate. Same dish, different servers. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Kyle Surgeon, if I said his name correct, who is with the Chamber of Commerce in my hometown. I jotted this down this week when I read in an article what he said, and this is what he said. As we work to continually improve in public education, remember that every child has an ability to learn. And yet, two of the leading citizens in this city told Reverend Baxter and I, if you think I'm lying, ask Reverend Baxter. Said, some white people don't believe that black kids can learn. But yet, here we got the Chamber of Commerce guy, Kyle Surgeon. I think he's the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, if I'm not mistaken. As we work to continue to improve public education. How you working to improve public education? And our kids reading on third grade level. And all of the teachers don't look like Poo-Poo and Ray-Ray now. No, the administrators. All of your private school inside of public school, the administrators don't look like Merriweather and Baxter. But he cares so much about public education. Do you believe everything you hear and read? As we work to continue improving public education, remember every child has the ability to learn. Well, if you believe that every child has the ability to learn, well, hell, put the money in the schools. Keep the schools fixed up. Quit busing them out to certain schools and busing certain kids with behavior problems to the new JCM, which is Liberty. Come on now, North Side. While the lowest ratio of students attending high school South Side have the lowest number. Don't you find that strange? The two schools with the majority of the black students, come on, faith-based community and people with your PhDs and your MDs and all of that kind of Ds. Listen to me. I'm bringing you the raw truth. I'm not asking you to like and love me. I'm asking you to be informed. Wake up. Remember that every child has the ability to learn, but then they ought to act like it. IQ is not handed out by birth, by zip code. I agree that the statement has a lot of to it, but it don't have no to it. Economic development is about education and workforce readiness. Well, if we getting the kids workforce ready, why in the world that when I go into the places that paying money, they don't have our kids, but they getting us ready for KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, Dodge Chicken Place. Hello? Come on now. And you, Mr. Merriweather, you an angry black man. Well, you ought to get angry with me. I'm not angry. I'm trying to inform your butt to what's going on. And I'm not asking you for nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, put it on BBJ, which is our local radio station. Put it in the Metro Forum. Put it in any of the news media. If I've asked any of you all, white or black, for any darn thing, I asked you now. I just asked you to be informed. To those who don't look like me, I just asked you to do the right thing. To those who look like me, I asked you to get up off of your butt and stand for your children. Stand up for the children of your community. That's all I asked you to do. And you can't do that. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the totals as of today. November the 12th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. If I got it wrong, just forgive me. Northside School. The total enrollment is 920. Ladies and gentlemen, the new JCM Liberty, after they closed JCM and sent all of the black students, majority of them to Liberty, Liberty has 1,019. And we visit with the principal, outstanding principal, Ms. Dr. Epperson. Doing an outstanding job. But ladies and gentlemen, she told me that the day that Professor Baxter and I was out there, she had taken in 15 students to go along with this, told her enrollment, if she keeps going like she's going, she'll be at 1,100 or 1,200 kids before school out. And that's why they got all those teachers out in the hallway. You don't come out there and check out nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Listen, pushing carts. One woman, 70 years old, got to carry her cart up a flight of stairs or catch an elevator because she got no classroom. And you sitting at home and you're nice home. Oh, Mr. Merriweather, I lost his mind. Him and Reverend Baxter, they're out there stirring up trouble. They ain't never troublemakers. Well, what do you call you? An Uncle Tom? A quiet Negro? Out of your mind Negro? What they call you? It doesn't bother me what you say about me. It's only what Jesus cares and know about me. That's all they care about Merriweather. Then here we got Southside, which is predominant, has the less number of black students. Got 862 students. And you ain't saying that you having banquets and galas and stuff. And our kids can't get an education. Can't get a quality education, what I meant to say. Oh, we in trouble. But ladies and gentlemen, listen here. Let me pause for a few moments and I'm going to come back with some more truth. You text another friend, call another friend and tell him Professor Merriweather was heated up. He talking about takeout. Listen to me. Say he telling us about the same old dish they selling us and making us eat. And they're just changing the servers. And some of us tipping the servers. So Reverend Baxter and I this Monday made our weekly tour of some schools, and we chose to go to Liberty Technology Schools, the new JCM, where there's nearly 1,100 African-American, 1,100 enrolled students, And then from there, we went to Northeast Academy, which is a private school inside a public school paid for by taxpayers' dollars, headed up by a administrator that doesn't look like us, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. Then we concluded our tour at the Pope Elementary School, the new school where the superintendent's wife teaches, as well as her best friend teaches there, as well as one of his friend's wife is assistant principal there. And so we wanted to go out and talk with them. Rumors was flowing all around the building. They're here. Reverend, who in the world are they talking about? Who is that? We out here trying to do the will of the Father, and they worrying about what's going on. They ask, principal, why they out here? We're not used to anybody coming to the school, checking up, especially not black. But yet, Mr. Merriweather and Professor Baxter, they're out here doing what the rest of them won't even do. So then, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. When we got over and met with Dr. Epperson, she is really a superintendent material. So they watching her real close because she can be superintendent and do a superb job. So we just gonna send her on over there to the Early College High School. Maybe she'll get depressed over there, or them kids will run away from there, and we'll be rid of her. But she's doing an outstanding job. I wish I could think of her assistant principal. I met him. Outstanding job. Them two administrators are doing an outstanding job. And forgive me for not being able to call the brother name. I sure wish I could call him, because I met him and he's outstanding, and they're really doing a good job. They're having some discipline problem because of the fact Ray and Poo Poo and Nate and them out there, but they're holding their own. They're doing a good job, and kids are learning because Reverend Baxter and I are going down the hallways and checking it out. So then when we left there, we went to Northeast Academy. But before we could go to Northeast Academy, look at this. I had to call the superintendent because that private school inside a public school refused to let Reverend Baxter and I in. I don't know what they was hiding, but some of it I found out when we got there. So I had to call the superintendent. I'm a taxpayer. I'm paying for their salary now. I got to call, Mr. Superintendent, would you call ahead and tell them that Reverend Baxter and I are coming and allow us to see that then they turned us down twice. So he called out there and let them know that we was coming, and also called Pope and said, they coming. So anyway, when we got there, the principal, she didn't want to give us the interview or Zoom. On what reason? She could have been busy, but she sure didn't say it. I believe if my boss would have called me and told me, I got two people coming, and one of them looks like he's going to be on the Board of Education. We need to support him. And so let him in. But she sent the coordinator to talk to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had a good time talking with him, enjoyed talking to him. But, ladies and gentlemen, I happened to notice on the wall at the entranceway, had a little old thing on, and I went on there looking at All Stars Administrator. And on there was the white principal, the white assistant principal, the white coordinator, and another white assistant. So I said to the coordinator, who just happened to be white, I said, I'm bothered by that. What if I had Ray Ray trying to enroll him in to school? And look at all of these black students you got out here. And then Ray Ray look upside the wall and say, look at that. And we got all of these administrators are white. Who do our black teachers, black students, and black teachers, who did they confide in? Everything white, lily white out here, except the students. Oh, they're out here because you're making right at $9,000, right at $10,000 per student. And nobody's saying anything. You at home talking about, man, well, them blacks are troublemakers. They're angry black men. And you're not saying that about those people who are drawing all that salary. The salary in elementary school is around 70-some thousand, 80-some thousand in middle school, and then it gets up into 90, and some of them are doing $95,000 and $100,000 as administrators in the school, and you ain't saying nothing about that. You talking about Meriwether and Baxter. I told the lady, I'm not getting upset. I may sound like I'm upset. I'm not upset. When you see ignorance, you got to look over that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, we went on from there to Pope Elementary School, out where Miss Val, we have a good relationship, Miss Val and I. But we went on out to her school and was just impressed. That's where they're going to be building the new Pope Elementary School. I'm going to tell you about the game plan. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this. I asked her to give me the total enrollment of black students and white students because, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that new school is being built out there where the superintendent's wife and her best friend and lots of their friends are teaching, and where these they did not want to have anyone that's in the majority. They want to be in the majority. So here are the totals right here, ladies and gentlemen. The number of white students at that school where they're building the new school, about a $30 million, somewhere around $20 to $30 million K through 8. They only got 102 white students. Let's look at the enrollment of black students. Excuse me, I looked at the wrong total. Please forgive me, strike that from the record. 216 white students, 318 black students. So their total enrollment is 680 teens. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are more black students in that school. And I was blown away because I told the principal and Reverend Baxter, I never would have believed this. I'm so glad I came out to get it for myself. So they have 43 Hispanics, 24 Asian, 1 American Indian, and 15 multiracial students, and 1 Pacific Island students. So, ladies and gentlemen, I then asked, what about the teachers? How many black teachers do we have out here? I understand we got 318 students. Are we represented out here? I know that the principal is white and the assistant principal is black, but I want to know about the teachers. I never did get those. I did call a friend and got this information. When they say call a friend, text a friend, I called a friend. And I got this information last night in the grocery store. I had to go all down the aisles getting information for you. And you won't support Reverend Baxter now and what we're doing. Number 1, she said they got 1 kindergarten teacher, 1 first grade teacher, 1 second grade teacher, 1 fifth grade teacher, and 1 sixth grade teacher. A grand total of 5 black teachers in a school where they fixing to build millions or spend millions of dollars building a new school for them. Got 318 students that are black and 216 whites, but all of the staff, majority of the staff, ladies and gentlemen, white. Now, are you angry? Are you upset? Well, when you gonna let your Daniels start scratching your Daniels and get all upset? Oh, it's a sad commentary, ladies and gentlemen. It is. Let me share this with you. The clock on the wall said I got to get out of here. Let me share this with you. We was at the work session. We'll be at the board meeting tonight to see what's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, when the private school inside of public school was built, one of them was Madison Academic. The other one was the early college high school. And the third one was Northeast Academy. And both of them are private schools inside of public schools. I mean, you got to be, you can't be naive and dumb and go there. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to them. While you talking about us, let me tell you what was going on with them. When they built those schools, they was not supposed to ride the bus. But let me tell you what they was doing. The white students would get on the bus at Northside, because the early college high school used to be at Northside. They never did quit. They didn't pay no attention to it became. They said, shh, if we don't have Meriwether and Baxter talking and exposing them, it may never come out. Just get on the bus. So they drive they Mercedes, SUV, Infinities, driving on the parking lot of the predominant black school. Get on the bus and ride it to the JCM where it was closed and get out and go to Madison and early college high school. And no one would have said nothing, but it was the bus director, who happens to be, don't look like Baxter now, was going to keep it quiet. But the bus crowding, so it was presented, at the school board meeting from the superintendent, we're going to have some new buses. And we got a shortage of drivers, and I don't know what we're going to do about that. We got to talk about this. And this coming up tonight, Reverend Baxter and I are headed that way to see what the results are going to be. So we got them still riding to school. We don't supposed to provide transportation for early college high school, Northeast Academy, and the Madison, but yet the kids are getting on the bus and riding anyway. So ladies and gentlemen, all that's going on, and listen to me. I'm going to slow it down and look real close in your eye. Let me see your eye where you can see my eye. And the hell, you didn't know that until I told you that. But yeah, I'm angry. I'm mad. So ladies and gentlemen, listen. That's going to come up tonight. So I sent a note to one of the school board members and said, as I was served as administrator of the alternative school, my kids never could ride the bus. They had to get there the best way they can or catch the city transit bus. But now you're telling me that the elite kids are going to the 3 private schools riding at taxpayers' expense. And Pookie and Ray Ray and them not doing. But listen, Pookie and Ray Ray mama don't know what's going on. That's why I'm trying to inform you what's going on. I'm trying to get on the board and help your butt. But they ride, and it's going to be discussed tonight. And so I passed it to him and said, well, what about the kids at the alternative school who can't ride the bus and Best Academy? He held it for a long time. Finally, he raised his hand and asked the superintendent about it. Well, yeah, that's right. And they started looking over there to me. Oh, that's that note Mr. Meriwether passed, asking them questions. He keeping up with stuff. He know this stuff. Ain't nobody else informed like this with him and Reverend Baxter. And the rest of his people, they naive. They don't know what's going on. They calling them angry black men and troublemakers. Same dish, different service. Let me tell you something else that they are going to discuss tonight, I believe, and I know discussed it in the work session. The agreement was when the new black superintendent was hired, they said, well, we're going to evaluate him in 6 months. Hadn't been evaluating the rest of them superintendents, but they're going to evaluate the brother in 6 months. So one of the chairman brought up, we need to do that, and we're going to I've sent it to you and emailed it to you. And it's real simple, real easy. It's going to say, stop doing this, continue doing this, and start doing this. I looked at Reverend Baxter and said, are these board members talking like this, representing the schools? Gonna tell the black brother, stop doing this, continue doing this, and start doing this. What kind of evaluation is that here? I don't believe Ray Ray when them will talk like that. Stop continue, and start. Ray Ray and Poo Poo wouldn't even talk like that. And you all say, oh, he on the school board. That's Mr. So-and-so. Oh, he over this business. He over this business. Listen to this. The Board of Education in your hometown in Massachusetts, I'm going to stick with Mass right now. We have 9 members on there. And only 2 of them are educators. One of them is retired principal. He just sit there. And then the other one is ill, and I'm running for his position now. I'll make the second educators. No other board would allow you to sit on there. Let me try to run and be on the mortician board. They look at me and say, Mr. Rev, have you lost your freaking mind? You don't know nothing about dead people and funeral session and what have you? Let me say, I want to be on the law school board. Let me be on the medical board. You got any medical experience, Mr. Murray? You got a medical degree or anything? They would laugh me out of there. But in Madison County, in your hometown too, you can be a board member. All you got to do is get the qualified petition, get 25 people to sign it, and then go out there and raise a little money, shake a few hands, fool a few people, serve a few dishes of the same, and you're on the board. Think about it. And you're doing, I wonder how our school system ain't getting in the battle. Hell, you got to find somebody to know what to do. But ladies and gentlemen, I just can't keep on informing you and you're not doing anything. Watch this. They're going to evaluate the superintendent. But only body going to evaluate the teachers is going to be the principal. And that information will never be made public. It's all kind of underhand. Well, we need to keep her. That's Mr. So-and-so. That's, her husband is the president of this bank. And she's been with us a while. She just doesn't seem to be concerned and wants to teach. All kind of crap going on. But they're going to tell the superintendent, stop doing that. Continue doing that. Start doing this. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about Professor Merriweather, the clock on the wall, so I got to get out of here. At my school, I evaluated the teachers, and then the teachers evaluated the principal, like I said, superintendent. Hell, I should have been superintendent. Evaluated me, and then we evaluated the custodians, and I called them domestic technician. And we evaluated the cafeteria help. Everybody was evaluated. And then guess what I told my secretary to do? I didn't have nothing to hide. I told him take a copy of the evaluation, put it in a folder, and seal it, and drop it off to the superintendent's office. I had the secretary, I answered the phone, go carry it to the superintendent. I have nothing to hide. Every one of my students, and you find in on attending my school, and ask them, did they evaluate Professor Merriweather? I wanted to know, what am I doing? What do I need to do more of? What am I falling down in? What am I lacking in? Do I have what it takes to help you? Those students learn. That's why that a lot of the principals saying, well, we keep sending them over there to Mr. Merrill, they're going to come back smarter. Next thing you know, they'll be living in our neighborhood, marrying our daughters and everything. Get that Merriweather, stop it. I still got something that lag over those people with that kind of mentality. But ladies and gentlemen, then it was a big ruckus this week when Oprah made that speech. Then they started saying Oprah in 2020. A lot of the people started getting upset. But look at this. Young lady born in Mississippi. Went to school at the same school she had left, I believe, was just leaving when I came to Tennessee State University. At the age of I believe 8, that she was raped, and then 10, she was molested, and then she was just shifted around. Little poor black girl, but had a dream of being an anchor person, a TV host. And ladies and gentlemen, now she's worth billions of dollars. And you got lots of people of non-color, white in other words, that are saying we'll support her, we'll vote for her, and we can vote for Donald J. Trump with his crazy butt. We can vote for Oprah. She has a chance, and they even asked her to run, Oprah run. That's why I'm saying that they know that if they make sure that every boy and girl, regardless of the zip code, will have Asian, Indians, race, multicultural students running. We had President Obama. Now we can have Oprah. We got senators and congressmen now. They know that we ain't no ignorant people. We came here and built this, and we had all kinds of skills. Go down to Charleston, South Carolina. Look at those buildings. We could do a whole lot of things. Want to send the Mexican and the immigrants back. They the one that built this country. You didn't send them back when they was trying to build this country. But now we're trying to do it. So ladies and gentlemen, let me end on this note. Politicians will be showing up in the churches because this is election year. And they will be singing verses of lift every voice and sing. You'll see them on TV. Look at the Martin Luther King celebration on TV Monday. I believe it's Monday. Yes, sir, it's Monday. And the politician will be holding hands singing, lift every voice and sing. How about lift us black people and let them be all that they can be? And we said, I was standing with the mayor shaking hands. I was standing with Congress and Senators so and so. That's a bunch of bull. But listen, singing that verse on there. They'll be singing and marching with people of color at election time. They'll be showing back up now because it's election time. But I heard a person say, as I read an article this week, black people are the base of the Democratic Party. Yet, we're unable to get quality jobs. Our kids are unable to get a quality education. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up. Thank you for joining me for Takeout. I know that the dish is the same and the servers are different. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to serve District 6 position 2. I trust that you will join me, get the word out, and help me become a member of the board, that I can sit there and make sure if I can learn all that I've been telling you and not on the board, that's what they know. They say, well, hell, he'll be right up here and know everything going on, and he'll be watching us and calling our hands. Yes, I'm going to spank some hands, but I'm not angry. I'm going to cooperate with them. I will cooperate with anyone that wants to do the right thing. But if you want to do the wrong thing, spank you. I'm your host, Morris Merrill, in the class of Straight Talk. Also the host of Straight Talk in Room 503 and the author of Enough is Enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to laugh at my own self. But ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, this has been a real pleasure for me to serve as your host and to bring you the unadulterated message of truth. I hope that you'll get upset and you'll start getting concerned, that you'll tell your faith-based community people, we need to do something to help our children. We need to start opening these churches up on weekends, and we need to get in here and tutor our kids. We got to get them grades up. Why is it that we got all of these teachers who doesn't look like us, and they're supposed to be, what do they call them, exemplary teachers, but yet our kids are still not reading on grade level? Ask yourself that question, and ask your leaders and the people who are grinning and kissing butt. Ask them, why is this still going on? Ladies and gentlemen, until next week, I serve you, and I hope that you have been served well, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Remember that God loves you, and I'm only tough on you because I want to see you get up and do something to improve public education. Take care until we meet again. Bye now.